Hi everyone, this is Board Games Bourbon and I'm Glenn Flaherty, and right now I want to talk to you about Holding On, the Troubled Life of Billy Kerr, which I gotta tell you is a game that I don't know what to make of. So I kind of want to explain it to you. Maybe you can make up your own mind. Now, what I'm going to do is discuss the premise of the game, how it plays, kind of what the expectations were and what we're left with. Now, in this game, the premise is Billy Kerr is essentially in hospice care. He's in his final days, and you are trying to take care of him. You are trying to help him survive a number of days so you can get clear memories from him, and that's going to help a very interesting storyline progress. Now, in the game, you're going to have pawns that represent the actual players, human players in the game. You are going to have pawns that are kind of like robot pawns that are not as powerful as you, but still do things. And then you have temporary one-time use nurses, robots that help you complete cards. And over a series of days, represented by a morning, a midday, and a night shift, you have to take care of whatever's going on by giving care or not giving care strategically in order to maintain his health and to gain vague memories and clear memories. Now the cards sort of look like this. This is just one example. And what you're going to notice is on the top of the card it tells you how many nurses have to be placed here, 1, 2, 3, and then it tells you health will go down by 4 unless you put tokens on it, and you're going to get tokens throughout the game. Every scenario basically says start with 12 tokens and then create 8 lucid memories. Okay, so you could put 4 tokens here and that would maintain his health. If you don't put it there, his health goes down by that many. Okay, now you're going to have cards like this here that say put 2 nurses on the card. Here it says you can put a token, and what this is going to do is either maintain or increase his health. And then you have the option on this side to gain 2 foggy memory cards and then a conversation at the bottom. And what does the conversation mean? Well, to understand that, first we have to take a step back and talk about the vague foggy memories. When it says here that I can pick up 2 foggy memories, what happens is you get this deck of cards as a foggy memory deck, and you literally go 1, 2, and you're going to draw 2 cards from the bottom so you don't know what you're looking at. Okay, if it was on the top you could see what the story is and stuff like that, but you pull from the bottom. And each of these cards here are going to be from different strands of memories that they call timelines. And they're foggy memories. They're very vague. They almost look like a impressionist painting with not a lot of detail. And you lay them out. And you're going to want to create a base of memories in the game that are vague, because with that large bottom half you're able to draw clear memories. Now at the bottom of this card it says here that I could spend tokens to have a conversation and gain clear memories. The same tokens I could spend on medical care, I could spend on talking, and if I spend them for conversations, I go to the conversation deck of clear lucid memories and I draw from here. But this is probably the Achilles heel of the game right here. And what happens is I nominate one of my storylines, my timelines they call it, and let's say I want storyline number 3, timeline number 3. I go through this deck until I find it. 1, and I just keep drawing. 2, another card, another card. Now sometimes the first card you draw might be from your timeline. Now what you have to do is you have to see if it matches. And if my clear memory does not match my vague memory already on my board, it goes back in the deck. The card I need might always be at the top of the deck, and that would stink. Sometimes you'll draw a card in either deck that's an event, and maybe that will, depending on the state of its condition, let you go again or ends it immediately or something like that. The last part of the gameplay is with your nurses. When you're putting them down, if you don't have enough nurses cover all your shifts, they can take stress on. The human players take more stress. The robot nurses take on less stress. The immediate players just dissolve and go away. And stress could make you lose foggy memories or health tokens, or maybe lose the game altogether, depending. Okay, but that's roughly how you play it. Now the game has 3 aspects to it. It has the crisis management through the nurse pawns, which is the game part of the game. It should not be the star of the game, but it actually probably is the star of the game. And that's fun in itself. The second part of the game is the storyline. The strongest, most compelling part of the game is the storyline. That is the star. That's what's going to make you want to play this, although it's not really a gameplay element. It's just the background of the game. The third part of the game is memory acquisition through these decks. That is the faux pas. That is what lets the game down. Now, I got to tell you, when this game came out, I saw people saying, hailing it. Certainly the premise is not like anything we knew of. It is by Rory and Michael Fox. Billy Kerr in the game kind of talks like Michael does in his tweets, which is kind of funny. But you know, they made Rory's story cubes, and they're really into stories, and that is very good. But when the game came out, people were saying, oh, people are going to process grief through this game, and they had all these amazing hopes for it. Well, it certainly is not going to be that, right? In fact, all the reviews, I've not seen a good review of this game yet, at all. And this game tumbled down to, I got this on Amazon, I think for $8. And I thought $8 would be a good investment. I think it is a good investment. I like the experience and the research of it, okay? But I'm not sure it's a game that I would want to have other people play. So far, I've been playing it by myself, two-handed, although it's supposed to be a group experience, but I'm not sure I would want people to play with me, and this is why. Every single scenario in the game, like I said, becomes an issue of saying, start with these many health tokens, get these many cleared memories. Every single game has been very, very close, okay? It really came down to, I was on my last card, so it is timed well. But many times, even though it was timed well, I lost. And I didn't lose because I played badly. I lost because the card I needed was just not where I needed it to be in this deck. I would draw from the bottom, and it wasn't there. It was up here or something. And that's really frustrating. It's frustrating when you lose over and over. And that would be okay, losing over and over, if there was a rule to help you push through the story, okay? Now, like I said, there's 10 scenarios in this game. If this game had a rule, kind of like Pandemic, where it said, okay, play it. If you lose it once, make your second game a little easier through this adjustment. That would be fine. Pandemic also says if you lost twice, push through anyway. It'll affect some, fake score at the end of the game, but push through so you can see the story. That would be fine. This game has none of those mechanisms. If you fail at a scenario, you just got to keep doing it until you get through it. So scenario 1, I won. Scenario 2, I won. Scenario 3, lost once. I won it the second time. I can't say I played one game better than the other. It just so happened that I won. Scenario 4, lost, and then won. Okay, now I'm growing wary, and I don't know if I want to even deal with scenario number 5. Now, there is a further element to this game that's not going to blow anything out of the water, because the storyline is where the surprise of the game is. But after scenario 4, I went ahead and I just looked at whatever the mechanics were. Not the storyline, just the mechanics. And every scenario in here basically is the same. Get clear memories, start with this many tokens, try to make it work. So the play doesn't really evolve too much, so you have to depend on the storyline. So my question is, why didn't the game put the emphasis on the storyline? Let me push through if the nurse management didn't go well. Just let me push through, okay? But it doesn't let you do that. So it shifts the focus from story to the nurses and to this mechanism of drawing cards. And I think that really let down the game experience. And I think that's too bad. I don't know if I would ever play it again. And I don't even know if that's too bad. This is why I don't know what to make of it. Because, in the modern board game era, I don't know too many people who have played any of their games 10 times in a reasonable amount of time, at least. And had this game had a mechanism, and I could certainly house rule it and say just push through the storyline. I think there's 10 storylines. I could just push through the thing and have 10 games of this. And that would match any modern era game. This game is also designed so that you can reset it and play it again once you're done. Not a chance. The whole point of this game is the storyline. And if you played all 10 scenarios and you knew the storyline, there is nothing to get from this. This is just a frustrating card draw. Got it. Every single game was managing my nurses. Got it. Understood it. Maybe I would give the game away to someone else, kind of like, once you play through Time Stories or something. So there you have it. The troubling game of holding on, the troubled life of Billy Kerr. There are really good things in it, but there's other things that aren't. And I do want to play it, but I can't really say I would tell anyone else to play it. I don't know what to make of it. If you've played it, let me know what your thoughts are. I just gotta leave it there. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon. If you have questions about gameplay, let me know. And until next time, friends, take care. Bye.